Hey, welcome back to another week of puzzles. This is our Miscellaneous Mondays, as usual. I think I skipped last week's because we had another puzzle that I put up instead. But this is going back Miscellaneous Mondays, and we're going to do our Murdles today. We got the Mini-Murdle, and we've got the daily, or the regular sized Murdle. I think you all probably know the rules of this at this moment. I might move this just a touch over more, and we're just trying to figure out the solution to the murder mysteries. So let's get into this one. This is August 19th, 2024. The link's in the descriptions below if you want to try these before I do. So let's get into our daily mini. And what does it say? So our daily Mini-Murdle, the mystery of the logic textbook, which is the August 19th Mini-Murdle. And we've got Brother Brownstone, Dame Obsidian, and Coach Raspberry as our suspects. And our weapons are going to be a laptop, a trumpet, and a heavy backpack. And our locations will be the library, the student union, and the quad. Let's get into our clues so we can start to solve this thing. So each suspect brought one weapon, one location. Yep. We know this already. Clues and evidence. So here we go. A logic textbook was found where the student government sits. So what the heck is that? We've got the library, the student union. So that must be where the student government is. This is where the student government sits. Set the card down. So what does it say? A logic textbook. And where's the logic textbook? Trumpet, backpack. Is there a textbook in here? Yes, finally a use for all of those logic textbooks. So the heavy backpack is going to be in the union. And what else we have? Brother Brownstone never set foot in the library. So this must be Brother Brownstone because he's brown. And the library is this guy, so he is not in the library. Coach Raspberry was trying to throw suspicion on the person who carried a trumpet, which would mean that Coach Raspberry did not have the trumpet. And then Dame Obsidian was in a place coincidentally referenced in Dame Obsidian's famous autobiography. So I have to read this autobiography. This one comes up every now and again. So the following excerpt is from page 116 of How I Murdered My Husband, and I Done It by Dame Obsidian. It was a quiet evening. How do I explain how? Shortly after the crime took place, I was seen on the quad. Despite what happened later, I want to note that my hair was immaculate. Dame Obsidian swore that this book was entirely fictional, even if it was written in the form of a memoir. So she was in the quad, apparently. Where is the quad? It's right there. So Dame Obsidian would be in the quad. Therefore, we know that Mr. Raspberry here must be in the library. And the student union goes with Brother Brownstone. So we know, therefore, that Brother Brownstone would have had the heavy backpack. And the trumpet would have gone with the Dame Obsidian, and the laptop with Coach Raspberry. And then we can figure out that the library went with the laptop, so that sets that and that. So we have everything figured. Now we just got to put in the information to solve it. So who did it? Well, we figure out where was it. A laptop. Okay, so the last thing was a laptop was used to commit the murder. So therefore, it must have been Coach Raspberry who used the laptop in the library. Laptop, Raspberry, library, all together. So make your accusation. And was I right? Yes, I was. So there we go. That was the daily mini. So while Coach Raspberry at first protested his innocence, the entire faculty approved Logico's reasoning. This was one of Logico's first cases, and it helped him develop the skills he uses to this day. And that concludes the mystery of the logic textbook. Cool. Let's get into, I was covering up a little bit of that, wasn't I? So let's move this back over just a touch. Let's get into our normal, or the whatever is the weekly. I guess they are the Murdles. This one would be Murder at the Commune, Upstate, or maybe they're both dailies. I'm not quite sure. I haven't done these every day, so they could be both dailies. Anyway, Detective Logico never had a good Monday, and today was a perfect example of why not. A founding member had been killed at a commune upstate. So we're going to have Lady Violet, Signor Emerald, Judge Pine, and Deacon Verdigris, and a poisoned candle, an angry llama, a pitchfork, and an axe at a location to be named: the barracks, the meeting house, the old mill, and the stone bridge. And what are our clues? Signor Emerald was in a place coincidentally referenced in Dame Obsidian's famous autobiography. Okay, here we go again. It was in a quiet evening, heard footsteps in the barracks, but by the dawn of the next day, one person would be dead, another would be in there with the murder. So the barracks would be where Signor Emerald was. These are kind of similar colors, so I'm going to make sure I got the right one. This one's him, and what did we just say? The barracks locations. The barracks would be him. Okay. Deacon Verdigris was suspicious of the person who brought us poisoned candle. I would be very suspicious of anybody who had a poisoned candle. So, Deacon Verdigris was not the person with the candle. You are Verdigris. A messenger from the Immaculate Sect of the Hidden Spirit gave Logico a note that read, this is going to be one of those ones where you have to unclutter the clutter. So it looks like the second something suspect threw an axe. I don't know. What does that say? I think it says second, but I'm not quite sure what this third word is actually. The second tallest suspect threw an axe. Okay, so we got to figure out how tall these people are. Lady Violet is 5 foot. Signor Emerald is 5'8". Judge Pine is 5'6". And Deacon Verdigris is 5'3". So the second tallest would have been the 5'6" Mr. Pine. So he had an axe. Where's the axe? Here. Right? Yep. Okay. So you're the axe wielder. And traces of a weapon made of wax were found in the old mill. Well, a candle would have wax in it. An angry llama probably doesn't. A pitchfork wouldn't, and an axe wouldn't. Okay, so it's going to be the candle in the mill. Which one's the mill? This one's the mill. That's the candle. All right. And an angry llama was found outdoors. The barracks, the meeting house, the old mill, and the stone bridge would be the only one outdoors. So let's get that llama out there. Okay. And then a pitchfork was used to commit the murder. Okay. So we should be able to put these things together. What do we know? We know that Signor Emerald was in the barracks. The barracks did not have the candle or the llama in them, so therefore he could not be either of those. So he must have had the pitchfork. If he had the pitchfork, he's in the barracks. That means that the meeting house lines up with the axe, which lines up with Judge Pine. So that's that one. And we got to have Deacon Verdigris has the llama. And Lady Violet had the poisoned candle. That adds up to that. That adds to that. So the pitchfork was the thing used, which is, what is that? That would be Signor Emerald, and it would be in the barracks. Okay, so Signor Emerald with a pitchfork. That would be a terrible way to go. I get pitchforked. Ugh. In the barracks. Barracks, pitchfork, and Signor Emerald, that would be correct. I'm going to make my accusation. And I was correct. Let's see what our final story is. While Signor Emerald protested his innocence, he could not withstand the breathtakingly logical arguments our deductive presented, and he confessed under the pressure. Vai al diavolo, he announced. Deductive Logico watched him be led away, knowing it was the last he would see of him. And that concludes the murder at the commune upstate. All right, cool. So those were pretty fun, pretty simple. These are always fun ones. I used to do these types of puzzles just, on my phone at some app. They always tend to be kind of, quick logic puzzles that are always interesting to do. So anyway, that was all I got for today. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.